Welcome back everybody. We're going to look at this map found on modhub.us by Siks. I have took a little bit of a small peek, but I haven't done a great deal in it thus far. Just remember that anything that's said or whatever, it's just a gamer showing a map to gamers, kind of giving my opinion. It's going to come out just as everybody else's that's viewing it for the first time or even knows the map. There's always changes that can be made, or whatever. Map makers all the time always change their maps unless they just absolutely think it's perfect, don't want to touch it. So everybody's got their own opinion. So let's get started. So I don't need course play. So the first thing I noticed when I first came in this map is it is very nice. I mean, it's very nice. You see a lot of custom touches, and like for the chickens right here, my friend at G&G Modding on the old Family Farm version 2 actually does custom chicken placement, and the chickens are running everywhere. Well, this one's the same way. It's kind of a free range chickens, but the dislikes about it is for those that is into more realism, the chickens would actually have to have a place to eat in the yard. So I mean, the most they could do is just kind of eat over here, and also you're kind of gonna be dodging chickens no matter what, and I love that actually, especially on the old family farm. But the thing about it is on theirs, it's kind of wide open, so you're not having to dodge them where you gotta drive. So I mean, they can eat along the sides and stuff, and that's cool. But I mean, they're everywhere, and even though I like that, the problem is that people that's really into realism is going to be wanting to run over chickens. So have fun getting out. But I mean, I like the free range chicken ideal. I just wished it was in kind of the out of the area of where you need to be. Got a little watch system. Really like it. Like I said, there's a lot of things about this map I really liked. It's why I decided to kind of show it to everybody. It's got a lot of amazing detail and a great deal of storage. Even your sheep placement over here is, to me, very nice. So your wool's gonna come up there, your water's here, your food's here, and your animal dialogue is over here. All your gates and stuff opens. One thing I noticed about starting up in newbie mode, which is supposed to be the easiest mode there is, when I went to look at it, you own nothing that I see. I mean, absolutely nothing. Because, I mean, right here is your start area, and there is no house to spend the night. And there is no land on. And right where all your main animal placements is that you have to start off the game, you don't own. And you don't have enough money to purchase it. So you'd have to go hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt just to own, theoretically, where you should be kind of starting at to have all these placements. Because to me, as far as a realistic point of view, you would have to own the land that you work. But in saying that, there is people around me right now that works farmlands and stuff that does not own their land, but they're paying somebody something. And clearly, you're not paying anybody anything in this game or having a lease to land, so therefore you have to own the land. So just from a logical point of view, so to me it's more logical to come in possibly a farm manager mode, or even due to the size of the map in multiplayer mode, and then purchase the starting area. You'd have more startup cash and, help getting started as long as you don't start with any equipment. But like I said, that can all be so, because to me, if you start off in Farm Manager or Multiplayer, you're supposed to be like this. You're not supposed to own anything and not own any equipment, but I have not checked that yet. But I know this all sounds a little negative. It's not my intent to make it feel negative. But the thing about it is, it kind of is what it is. I mean, chickens technically has a little bit of place to eat, but if you own a lot of chickens, they don't have a lot of place to eat. So free range chickens needs to have a place to eat, in my opinion. And like I said, some people's not gonna mind. Some people's just gonna drive on through anyway. But you know, I don't mind dodging chickens. I just rather have a way of going about it. So let's see what you get. So in your garage, you do start with some stuff. It's nothing really big, so I really like that. You gotta start off with something that came. I even like the trailer. I don't like the swivel trailers. So starting off with the New Holland, and this is my favorite, one of my favorite starting tractors. So because this is for the simple fact that it's great for a loader and stuff. And you got pretty much all your starting equipment that you need, along with all animal placements. So if you want to do animals, I think this is a great map for that, just from the fact that a lot of the stuff is custom, or looks custom anyway. And from what I've seen so far, everything about this map is really nice. So it has a ton of positives about it. Here's your sheep out here grazing. A little slow moving waterway through it. That's a nice touch. Your fields isn't really, even though they're kind of squared up, some of them, they're not really, because, I mean, they all have some kind of little features or whatever. The roads don't technically just disappear. They gotta disappear into like mountainscapes. You got more storage over here. The farm roads look really nice too. Like I said, when it comes to this map, the visual the visual appealingness of it is massive. It just, I mean, something as simple as a road winding through here, and it's not all squared up. Trees are just kind of here and there, and they're not looking like they're purposely planted. The land going around, I mean, this is absolutely amazing. And even as some people will actually put fields here and let them pass through, this, they don't really want you to do the fields, as you shouldn't. So I mean, this map has a massive amount of positives going for it. So you don't have a bunch of fat lands. The lands are kind of hilly and really feel alive. Everything does. There's a little traffic, and like I said, the roads is country roads coming into this dealership. Feels kind of new compared to the rest of the map, because everything else in this map, for the most part, except for this part right here, kind of feels old. And I mean, you don't see a major highway right up here through here. It's kind of feels more like a country highway. But like I said, that really is irrelevant. A lot of people kind of goes overboard with bushes, and this one doesn't. And I don't mind the overboard bushes either. I can get out a paintbrush or turn it under. And then I said that, and this whole road's lined with them. But like I said, it ain't like you can't get the paintbrush out. And who knows, in their area, could be something that they love. So you got some more sell points over this way. I like how a lot of places along the edge of the map, they don't just stop at the edge of the map. It actually is usable, and they use tree lines to kind of hide the end of the map, but yet it still looks usable. Little waterfall going back into this stream here. This old cobblestone bridge. The little cross is a nice touch. That's what I was saying. This map just kind of begs you to come in and play it. And that's a unique feature to a biogas plant. They put a ramp in right before the dump. But I don't babysit these things anyway. I don't want to spend all day doing silage. I don't care how much it pays as far as loose goes. But I have done it a lot. And I like their silo bunkers. They're very nice. So, in this old country road, I don't care if it's just a little bit of paint or not. I like the feel of it with a fence. So, let's check our sale points. It looks like you got quite a few. And you do. And like I said, you even start off with quite a bit of supplies. Contracts are available. You don't actually start off with any. I have seen some that does of animals. This is just what I put in. So I'm going to bring it back in on farm manager mode and see what all you get. Alright, we are back in farm manager mode, and this is a first look. I have not seen it in farm manager mode. Alright, so starting out, which I pretty much assume, yeah, you don't own no lands. But now, it's not a great big burden to purchase the starter area. And your equipment, you still own the pins and stuff, which is really supposed to be nothing, but I mean, I can live with it. This map kind of tells you that you should be doing animals anyway, so at least you don't start with no stuff. The only thing is that, like I said, that bothers me. There is no house placement with a map this large. I would like to see a house, and you can put some down pretty cheap. As far as whether or not you can place in this area would be kind of hard to do. G&G has some mods that you can do, but for me it'd be like, well, does it fit? You know, should it be here? Kind of thing. But I'm going to see if I can make it happen. Alright, let's look at this from above so I can get a better look. Okay, so we do have a road that comes down through here. So let's try something like this. I don't know if it will, but it's worth taking a look. If nothing else, just to kind of explore some options. It's not like I have to worry about it, but it's kind of cool to actually see if it works, because I actually have a lot of interest in this map. So I went and bought these two here. Trying to think of a house that G&G modding has. Of course, you could always just use this trailer right here. That kind of fits in that area. You could drop that in there, maybe. I have never done a review on this trailer yet. This is also on Mod Hub. So I may try to pull it off with that. You wouldn't be able to place it in a shed, because technically it's not a trailer. It is and that right there might work. We'll see if it has a sleep trigger on it. But whoever thought that mod, my friend at G&G did a lot of mods and stuff. And it does have a sleep trigger, so there you go. This is at maha.us, and I think it's fantastic. I think it opens up the game. Like I said, my friend, I was complaining about, everybody's heard this, so if you've heard it, just feel free to go ahead and skip. But this house I see a lot in the European maps, and none of them that I have seen it being used has a sleep trigger. And you can get that done, I'm pretty sure, because Mike at G&G Modding. You go to Facebook, talk to him about it, and he might can fix you up this house right here with a slave trigger, because he did this house from Giants and took the surfboard and sandals out of it just because I didn't like it in the house if you're not going to be living nowhere near a beach or on Hawaii or some kind of island. So he did this, and he did this house again where he changed the picture on the wall from being a ocean scene to a dairy farm. These are a lot of houses that's in game. He put a slave trigger on those. This is one that's in the country. Not in the country, but the mountains, forest, stuff like that, that I asked him to do for everybody that does forestry. And he come up, and this thing is absolutely a lot better looking than what it is right here. This right here is another mod, but it don't work in multiplayer. It's one of the first ones that came out that was different. So any of these can go on really any map, but this one, or even this, has a slave trigger. You can put it on a beach. I did that, and you put it almost anywhere. But when I was thinking about it on that farm there, I just didn't really think that it would fit. I mean, who's going to want to lay in a hammock in the middle of all that? So, and around the chickens, I guess. So this right here worked really well, and for $2,500 you get a sleep trigger. So that's pretty awesome. So I think it's a really great map. I just think as far as the map goes, you should own this and maybe a small field to go with it. I assume I'll say this is separate too. So maybe have this land and this right here all together as a start, kind of give people a little something, and then kind of go from there. I think that would be really nice. But as you see in farm manager mode or possibly multiplayer mode, this house can be a lot of fun, and I really like this touch here too, of howling and the forest and all the paths through it. It's something that you can do, and it kind of disappears the edge of the map. The free range chickens is a nice touch. I just wish they was kind of out of the actual courtyard. So yeah, I mean, I think this is a great map. Just needs a little love is all, to me, in my opinion, but some people is going to absolutely love it, and for those people, I'm glad you found your map. So like, share, subscribe. Everybody take care.